the chaos.
Ryan, just go.
Not so delusional, Bowen.
No, yeah, well, this
Against Khaled Jashell.
This is the first time I've seen it. I haven't watched this. So, like, for me, all I'm thinking about right now is my thing was I wanted to test to see if my wrist rise was better than his. I came into this match expecting his wrist flexion to be unbeatable. So I wasn't going to fight there. The first priority was to establish, can I keep high knuckle position? And at this point in time, all I'm doing is testing. I had no intention of starting. I think I even throw in a little early go, just because I wanted to see what would happen if I did go, and would his wrist bust, and would I be able to stay stable? And so at this point, there's me testing it there, going, okay, cool, yeah, no worries. His wrist flexion doesn't go, but his knuckle height is vulnerable. So this is the little things that I talked about with Khaled prior, that I said he wouldn't, that I hoped he would get the lesson from, that technique is so incredibly valuable as well as strength. So now for me, it was all about take a low grip, but keep my pronation set and my knuckle high, and just drive sideways, high above the wrist, and flash pin round one. This point in time, it was like it went exactly as I had hoped it would go.
I'm looking forward to what you say in round 2. Because
round 2 was
some
where
shenanigans happened.
The shenanigans did come out. So the replay there, happy with that. Like I said, I wasn't trying to take his wrist. I was trying to control it. That was the key. Mm-hmm. All right, so round 2. After round 1, I really felt like, okay, I've got this match exactly where I hoped it would be. As much as I respect the strength of Khaled, it was, I thought, no, look, he's going to be sore. He's not going to be conditioned for this. I'm going to take him now into deep water. And it was round 2 where I thought, I'm going to do what I said. I said I was going to dad move him. And this is where I tried to do it. So same strategy for me, like going in. It was okay, yep, I know we're good. I'm not going to try to take his wrist. So I just set my pronation low. You can see how deep my hand is. Mm-hmm. It's very low, but I keep my pronation underneath his hand, and taking the knuckle position. You can see there I've got the height. And then it's just initiate hard sideways and then control his pronator, and we'll go from there.
I believe you had him in the king's move for a little bit.
Yeah, well, it was when he gets to that moment that it actually starts to go a little wrong for me. Mm-hmm. But we'll let this one play out. Like I said, this is the first time I've seen it.
This man has endurance for days. That's what we can 100% say. Like I'm looking, I was like, okay, Ryan's in full control. He's trying to drain him, but just make sure that everything is all right in the later rounds.
Okay, so there's that hit to position. I didn't hit the pin. I hit for position because I have the objective of I'm going to dad move him. My elbow's solid. He tries to take center off me, and he can't. I've got his pronation completely contained, so he's fully palm up. So at the moment, I'm very, very relaxed. I could have pinned him now. I could have hit, and his hand would have busted open, and we would have pinned him. But this is where, look, I'm starting to look at him. I'm starting to get cocky now. I'm waiting for the eye contact.
For the dad move.
Yeah, looking, staring at him, just like, come on. But then I'm like, oh, actually, hang on. I went for a little pin, and I'm starting to realize now that, hang on, this dude's actually got a hell of a lot of endurance here. Even though I've got his pronation wrapped up, his arm is very much difficult to pin, and he's not going to give up. And I start to recognize that my hand's starting to go. So I'm like, actually, I need to force an issue here. And then I'm now like looking to relax and trying to get something back in my hand so I can finish. And as I'm looking to relax, he starts looking for center again. I get a good opportunity to climb. I'm still good there. But I'm still, at the moment, I'm trying to work out how do I pin this guy. And I can't.
Still
and
good.
His arm's not threatening me. It's his hand.
Yep,
it's overwhelming. And then he drops down to that. And I'm like, I need to get out of here.
Escape.
As soon as he started rising up, the facial expressions of Tim was...
I got all sorts of Michael Todd slip going on there. Like, that was the eject button right there.
Some say Ryan's still running to this day.
That was properly the eject button. And that's what I talked about before in the opening round, where he has the ability to King's move outside of a strap. Mm-hmm. That was what was unfolding there in the end. There was the King's move outside the strap. And because he has the hand dominance with that wrist flexion, he can use it so uniquely. And if I was in a strap then, I would have stuck around in a defense, obviously, and would have had technical options. But with my hand going, it's like there's no way back from there. I had to escape, otherwise I was in trouble. So
Oh, you got.
I got put on a running foul then. So I for an intentional slip, they said no strap, which it was definitely an intentional slip. I can't dispute that.
And after that, you made the decision like there's no playing around.
Yeah,
with
no
this guy.
no more playing, no more looking for a dad move. I must
Yeah.
just get this job done because if I don't just get this job done, his endurance is going to be better than mine.
Yeah.
I could feel that.
Did you feel him tiring at all?
I feel he's in his hand. Yes, his wrist was tiring, and that was where I went for all the rest of the rounds. I just said, keep the pressure high above his wrist and just load all my back pressure pronation and side pressure combination straight in. And you can see there, I got his wrist, and now it's just technically control his hand and isolate. But his arm didn't feel like it was going down. If he could have got to the strap, and I think in round 3 he actually, or maybe in this one here. So I got a running foul then
that
again.
was a running foul.
He have gotten to the strap, it would have helped him. I know, Khaled, you're listening to this right now, and if we do get a fresh rematch, you're going to want to get at the strap.
Okay, so fresh for fresh is
Yeah.
it works for sure. I think that makes a lot of sense, and it will be a tough challenge.
It will be.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's funny that of all of the things, like his hand is what he's known for, but it was his arm that was causing the biggest problem for me. I didn't fight his wrist flexion.
Yeah, because you didn't fight for the hand.
I didn't fight for it because I knew that I was going to be a losing battle. But what I did fight for was wrist. I expect that if we do face again, my wrist is still going to be better. And when I say wrist, I'm just talking about keeping the knuckles high. I think I have dominance there. But he has wrist flexion, as in wrist flexion dominance, and he has arm dominance in an endurance sense. I think I could hold center from him again in the table, but could I pin him?
You know,
Big question.
No playing around.
No playing.
If you face him the next time,
yeah.
you spoke a lot about not endurance, but conditioning for arm wrestling specific positions.
what the hell? That doesn't even. Sorry, not this much, but that didn't even make sense for Khaled to be that well conditioned.
Yeah.
You get so beat up.
Yeah.
Like how do you?
Well,
you know,
I'm beat up now. I feel sore now, and I won, and I only pulled once.
and you pulled 4 rounds, and
he pulled against Schoolboy in a phenomenal where he went through all sorts of conditions, and then he still was able to do what he did against me. So I have nothing but respect for Khaled. I think he is genuinely the promising threat to the arm wrestling world that we all hoped he would be. And what I'm most excited about and hope that it comes to be is that he now has the excitement and the enthusiasm to develop a healthy obsession to master this craft, because he has the strength. If he does master the craft, oh my goodness.
Well, let's hope for it. A fresh Khaled Jashell against Ryan Bowen. Ryan Bowen took the victory 3-0 after 4-0 after Schoolboy had
softened him.
Ryan doesn't call it victory; he calls it victory.
Victory.
And one thing that was nice, I don't think it could have gone better for a promotion sense. Like, no one walks away from that being delusional. This was touted as the battle of the delusion. It had the potential. If I got crushed, I would have been delusional. If Khaled lost both matches, he would have been the delusional one. But he walked the path that he said he would by beating Schoolboy, ticked the big box, and I did what I said I was going to do by beating a man that had already had a match convincingly. So sets it up perfectly for the Fresh rematch, King of the Table 6.